Everyone, welcome back. Good morning everyone. How do I want to say that? Good morning everyone. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today's an exciting day. Today we are starting the Get Your Shit Together series. So welcome to episode 1. I'm going to dive into obviously what the series entails, how long it's going to last, all of that jazz a little bit later, because today we're doing something exciting. We're road tripping again. Ashley's going to be on the vlog, but it's Saturday the 6th of June, and we're going to JP's gym because today they've got their anniversary event on, so it's like an expo. So there's loads of cool people doing chats like AJ Morris, Niffy West, Amelia Thompson, who else? Samson. So yeah, excited for that. Oh, there's also a posing workshop and just some stalls and stuff as well. So it's going to be a fun day. So we're going there to JP's gym and we're going to get a Starbucks first because it's basically a road trip and Ashley and I can't do anything without getting a Starbucks. So we're going to do that first. Then we're going to go there and take you guys along with us. Obviously, posing. I just came back from my holiday. These things always happen to me like that. Like, see, whenever there's a posing event or a group event, I'm always chubby. And I personally am not really bothered, but it would just be nice to show up to one of these things and not stand next to people who are shredded out they're not when I'm chubby. But anyway, that's why we're doing the Sort Your Shit Out series, which I'll catch you up on later. So, I've took all my meals with me. That's about it really. I've packed my meals for the day. I'm going to go and do some steps before I go. Not too many because I'm only doing 10k a day. But yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So I'll see you in the next clip. Bye. Hi guys. Hi. It's your turn to go.
Hello.
That's it. Good job. Sorry.
There is a point because it all comes back to the first thing, which is your why. Your why is not necessarily, and it shouldn't be, in my opinion, just to win every show that you ever do. Your why should be driven by you wanting to chase down a goal.
What we do, work, relationships, family life, anything. So our initial goal should be, but it's going to immediately eliminate a good chunk of stress. And that's something that that's going to relieve a chunk.
More time than we have sex, more time than we're on holiday, and more time than we spend eating. Maybe that might be a little bit more if you are somebody who maybe is one other who eats regularly. The only thing that we hopefully do more of is sleep.
And we vlog. You can be in it if you want.
Last year's meant a vlog, I'm not getting in it.
You're not in it either, don't worry. Quite a bit of my vlog.
I look tired because I've been awake since 2 AM doing my cardio.
You've been awake since 2 AM? What were you doing? Cardio, you say?
Walking in the gym. Yeah, I went to the gym.
That's dedication. Is that what it takes to win a sword?
I won a sword, didn't I? I forgot about that.
And yeah, I've been doing this coming over. And I've been bodybuilding since I was 28.
guys, I am literally the worst vlogger ever because it's no longer Saturday, it's not even Sunday, it's bloody Monday, right? So the Sort Your Shit Out series is not off to the best start. So if you've made it this far, I do apologise, and I promise that future episodes are going to be a lot more exciting. So this segment, whatever you want to call it, of the video, it's probably going to be a little bit longer, a little bit chatty. Obviously we need to debrief the GIP Expo event from Saturday and then tell you a little bit about what I'm up to in the Sort Your Shit Out series. So let's start with Saturday. Ashley and I, on tour, went to the GIP's anniversary expo event. It was kind of an all-day thing. There was different guest speakers there, there was different vendors there, like Team Posing with Hannah, Miss Bikini Fitness, Granite City, and if you don't know, these are kind of bodybuilding brands. So Miss Bikini Fitness is kind of obvious. She makes posing bikinis, stage suits. Team Posing with Hannah is a posing coach. Granite City is a bodybuilding federation in Scotland, and they also sell clothes as well. So things like that. And then you had guest speakers like they're like AJ Morris, who is a successful bodybuilder and coach. I'm going to say Kiffy West, Chris McCready, again he is a bodybuilder and coach. Amelia Thompson, who's someone that I really admire. She is a doctor PhD, smart gal. I did her nutrition course, so it was good to hear her speak as well. And the one and only Samson, I say Samson Duda, I think it's Samson Duada, right? But the Mr. Olympian was very entertaining. I've seen a few talks from the likes of like Ronnie Coleman, who obviously I stan, but I do think that Samson's talk was very chill and kind of from the heart. It wasn't scripted. You can tell that he really enjoys speaking to people, talking about his experiences and answering questions, and he was also up for a bit of a laugh as well because he did some guest posing at the end, which Olympians don't typically go to local gyms and do, so that was fun to watch. So we did that. Ashley and I also did the posing workshop, so that was included in the price of your ticket. And I think posing workshops are really good because I'll use this as an example. So myself and Ashley have previously done posing work with Taylor Hunter, right? And then you go to posing workshops with a different posing coach like Hannah, and they might teach some things a little bit differently. So at the end of the day, it's always down to your actual coach to make the final call on your posing, but I think it's always good to get into the environment of posing in front of other people, and it gives you a bit of kind of stage experience as well, because you can work on having other people beside you, transition in between, etc, and it is always nice just to have an extra or fresh set of eyes on your physique as well. So that was fun. I did the wellness posing workshop just so that I was kind of doing it with Ashley, and obviously we don't really know what route I'm going to go down for my next competitive season. And then what else? That was it really. And it was a really long day, so that is why I'm not finishing the vlog up until now. So on to the new Sort Your Shit Out series. You guys know that I came back from holiday last week, so realistically I've just been chasing my tail with work, clients, and now being on my own shit. So the Sort Your Shit Out series is just a cute little name I've came up for my next phase, which is a dieting phase. So you guys knew that I was umming and on about the idea of getting myself a coach, and I put my big girl pants on and I got one. So I'm now being coached by the G, Taylor Hunter, One Wolf UK. It's just good obviously because Taylor's class. She knows what she's talking about, but I'm someone who's also really loyal. So the fact that I've now moved on from Georgie, who was an amazing coach, I don't have a bad word to say about her at all, made me feel anxious. So to be honest, there's that. But it's just nice to have Taylor, who's a little bit closer to home, and it was always between Georgie or Taylor, to be honest, so I'm grateful now to be able to have worked with both of these amazing coaches. So what I'm up to, we are currently in a mini cut. This is day Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. It can be 6 days. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. This is day 6 of my mini cut already. Day 6 of my mini cut. We dove straight into things after my holiday. So as you can imagine, I have been pretty hungry. When I went on holiday, I gained 2.5 kilo in classic Sky G style. That is now down to, so I'm up about 1.8, 1.5, I don't know. I've dropped about a kilo since I came back from holiday, and as you can imagine, hunger has been extremely high, because when I was away on holiday I was obviously eating in a massive calorie surplus, and now I am eating in somewhat of a deficit. So hunger is high, but it has been a big transition as well, moving into clean foods 5 times a day. So I feel like I'm constantly eating, and then an hour after a vet I'm hungry again. So that is obviously a good indication that we're working within a deficit. So I won't have too much to update you guys on, because Rome wasn't built in a day, and my check-in day is on Thursday. So I think I'll start filming the next week's episode on Thursday, do my check-in, get my feedback from Taylor, and then we can start actually getting on with the series. So the idea is we're doing a bit of a mini cut. 6 weeks minimum, 8 weeks maximum, and the idea is to get in and out. So for example, a mini cut is double the work, half the time. So for example, another version or another variation of a fat loss phase would be 12 weeks. Obviously the rate of loss per week would be slower, the changes you were making would be slower, but essentially we want to get into an off season relatively quickly. So we're just bringing my body composition back down into a good spot before heading into an off season. So guys, this will be my first ever proper off season. I'm not going to fuck it, you've heard it here first. Of course with an off season you can't pack on muscle without putting on a little bit of fat, but it will be really nice to do that in a structured way and have a coach to guide me through that, because I'm essentially just seeing this as a bit of growth as well, because I've never actually done a proper one and I feel like I am ready to do one. So 6 to 8 weeks dieting, 18 weeks in an off season, and then January 2027 we're just going to see what it holds. Will we compete? Will we not? I don't know. The reason why I'm putting a question mark in front of it is because when I prepped last time, I knew 100% in my heart and soul that is when I was going to be stepping on stage. This time, I'm not 100% yet. Probably about 60. And I won't be doing a prep on 60%. So I need to see over the rest of 2026 if I want to step on stage again. But I know that I need a coach right now anyway, for the accountability, the structure, the routine, and just to take the decision fatigue away from coaching myself, which I spoke about in one of my videos previously, because when you coach other people, you can't do it yourself. So a bit of a question mark in competing in 2027, because I feel like I'm a little bit stuck. Again, you've heard me speak about before, do we do another season as a toned figure athlete? And realistically we just need to see how the improvement season goes before we kind of decide. But I quite like the idea of just being on a diet, seeing where it comes in, see where tissue has been grown, and then jumping in a category from there, because I find posing relatively easy, so I feel like I'd be able to pick it up quite quickly. So I quite like the idea of doing that in 2027, but that is currently where we're at. So like I said, I appreciate this video has been boring as... Oh, protocols. I'll talk you through my mini cut protocols. So got my plans from Taylor, got back from holiday on Wednesday, got my plans from Taylor on Thursday, and we decided to dive straight into the mini cut. We have started cardio off nice and easy for 20 minutes of Stairmaster, so I'm currently doing that post-workout, but as soon as that goes up past 20 minutes I'm just going to do it fasted, to be honest, because yeah, I'm not doing that after heavy legs. Steps, she's been quite generous with the steps. I only have to hit 8 to 10k steps per day, which is relatively easy. And then training, when I was coaching myself, I was giving myself 3 leg days. We are now running 2 upper and 2 lower days, because Taylor already gave me a really nice new perspective on it. She was like, babe, You're 25. We don't want to be cutting out specific muscle groups. We want to be maximising growth across all areas right now whilst you're essentially in your muscle building prime. And then later on down the line, as you get a little bit older, as you start to develop mature muscle, we can see how you look and kind of take things out from there. So already, I appreciate that fresh perspective. Already, I'm enjoying not doing 3 leg days. So I'm doing quad glute, push, pull, glute ham. So that's what I'm doing. And I've only got one more to complete. So I'm doing my pull session tomorrow. Last 20 minutes of cardio tomorrow, and then we will be ready for my check-in. So that is where we're currently at. Big update, big chatty section over. And like I said, hopefully the next videos will be more interesting. So if you got this far, thank you for watching. I've got some chicken and rice to go and eat now. So like, share, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.